Hey y'all, this video is a little bit different because last night I was in my pajamas and because of my poison oak, I was on steroids, and you know how steroids make you go, go, go. So it was during the night. I didn't go to bed till after 4, still had trouble going to sleep. But and this video is what we did last night. Hope you enjoy it.
If I didn't say, I'm Val with Our Forever Farm. If you're new here, we welcome you. This is not the typical video, but it is what it is, right? Long story short, I got into some poison oak somewhere, and so I had to go to the doctor. They put me on a prednisone pack to get rid of it, and it did, thank the Lord. But in the meantime, I was a wild woman. I was doing everything, couldn't sleep. So on this night, I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got all the laundry done. I got the kitchen clean and organized. I made broccoli and cheese soup, and that's what we're doing now. A sweet friend had gave me fresh broccoli, so I knew exactly what I was going to do with it. And look at this garlic. A friend of mine canned it. It's actually called hot pickled garlic, and I have never made that. I might have to get the recipe from her because it is delicious. I use it in a lot of soups and stews. I use it in everything, just like I would fresh garlic. It is delicious. She gave me 2 jars. This is my second one. I love to have canning friends that make things that I don't make, that I can learn from. And that's what this channel is all about, hoping that you can learn from me. So the main thing on this channel that I try to teach is that it's very simple to do quick and easy things, but there's something about homemade. And I want to show you how to make things from scratch. I want to show you how to take cheese and broccoli and onion and garlic and milk and cream and make a beautiful broccoli and cheese soup. That's what it's all about. It doesn't matter if you're a professional in the kitchen. I'm sure not. But just to put something together and see it come out just delicious is so worth it. And usually when I cook something like this, I at least double it. That way I'm able to put some containers in the freezer for the days that I don't want to cook. And I call that fast food. Fast food, y'all. Fast food. Now, used to what I did is if I wanted broccoli and cheese soup and I wanted to make it homemade, I would run to the store and get all the stuff, right? I try to have the stuff there now. What I do is look in my refrigerator and see what I have and see what I can make. I'm not a big meal planner. I am a planner on preparing. I like to prepare. Me and Sweet Hunter are really making it our life's goal this year to prepare for this winter. So we had a beautiful garden, a summer garden. We're fixing to have a fall garden, and that has helped so much. We've canned a lot. We froze a lot. We've ate a lot. Then Sweet Hunter had a beef killed and a hog he killed, and that's in the freezer. Oh my goodness. It's the most prepared we've ever been. And some people can't do that. So that's why I encourage you to go to the store and buy the sales. Just like I'm growing things seasonally, you could buy things seasonally when they're on sale. Buy from a farmer's market. A local farmer would love to have your business. Now, some people can't do that. I advise you to go to the store. Buy canned goods. Stock up. If you have a freezer, fill it up. Get ready for this winter. I promise you, you won't regret it. So we're taking butter, onion, garlic. We're taking all-purpose flour, milk. We're taking chicken broth, heavy cream, broccoli, cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese, and salt and pepper. And we're going to make broccoli and cheese soup. So I didn't learn this growing up. I really didn't. It's when I married Sweet Hunter, and his grandmother taught me a lot. And she didn't teach by telling me how to do it. She taught me by letting me watch her. I was truly amazed. I had never saw anybody cook like she did. And she literally cooked from her heart. She didn't need a recipe. She cooked from her heart. I guess she was like the hardest working woman I ever knew. And that's why we have this channel. When my oldest granddaughter was like 3 years old, she could make cornbread. And then 2 more came along, and then 2 more. Now we have 6, and we're fixing to have a great grandbaby in December. We're so excited. And hopefully I'll get to teach him to make cornbread too. But that's what it's all about. Watching, learning, being a part of, and making memories. So our oldest granddaughter, as I just said, is expecting, and we are so excited. But I pray that as she raises her family, and the rest of my grandchildren as they raise their families, that they will remember me when I'm gone. And they'll remember that I love them enough to take the time to let them be a part in the kitchen. And this channel, that's what this is. When my daughters were teenagers, they could care less about cooking. You know, teenagers, they think they know it all. And that's not what it's all about. But I said to myself one day, self, I'm going to do a YouTube channel. One day, they'll look at this. When they want to make biscuits, they'll know how. When they want to make cornbread, they'll know how. When they want to make broccoli and cheese soup, they'll remember this channel. And they'll remember their granny. So if you ever wondered why I do this, it's because of my children and my grandchildren. And maybe you don't know how to cook. Maybe you've never had anybody to teach you like I didn't have anybody to teach me. Maybe you want to learn to cook from scratch and prepare and bless your family. Maybe you want to teach your grandchildren and you just don't know where to start. Maybe you're in a rut. I get in a rut all the time when I cook, and I have to stop and say to myself, what do I have in the refrigerator? What do I have on my pantry? What can I make today? And you get ideas from others, and it goes on and on and on. So if you want to save money, we need to learn to cook from scratch. And that's one of the things we're teaching now, is to learn new skills. If you saw my bread recipe the other day, that's a great recipe. Try it if you have that desire to make bread. If you want to make soup, here's your recipe. And again, it'll be in the description box. So this is just a basic recipe. If you have fresh broccoli, or if you can get access to frozen broccoli, that would be fine. You could make this soup. I mean, it's really, really delicious. Well, this is a different kind of video, but we're on the home stretch here, so I'm adding the fresh broccoli to the soup. And if you remember, we put flour in it, and we cooked the flour with the onions, and that's what's going to thicken this soup. And I know the broccoli is the main thing, but that heavy cream, that's one of my favorite parts. And of course, this is the next favorite part of mine. Shredded cheddar cheese. And just so happened I had fresh Parmesan, but you can use that Parmesan in the green can. And then of course you want to add your salt and your pepper, and do that to taste. As you can tell, I like a lot of pepper. As I stir it, you probably can see how it's thickened up. This soup doesn't take long at all. Hey, thank y'all for joining me while I couldn't sleep. I appreciate y'all being with me. We got a lot done, didn't we? So y'all know last night I worked in the kitchen during the night, steroids y'all, for poison oak. But I got 2 containers of broccoli and cheese soup, and I've got them labeled and ready to go in the freezer. And not only that, but we have supper tonight, and we have some leftover bread that I'm gonna toast. It's gonna be really good, our homemade bread. And so we're gonna eat this, and anything left over I'll put in another container if there's enough left over to put in the freezer. So that's 2 meals plus what we're eating tonight. That's pretty good.
more container, not quite as full as the others, but it's a third meal for us. Again, the recipe will be in the description box. And now I'm gonna do a taste test if it's cooled off some. How good it looks. Look at that. See what you can do during the night when you're all by yourself? Let's see if I can get this cool enough. That's really, really good. That's an easy recipe to make. If you want to know how to make this bread is homemade, and I did a video on it, the last video. It's just homemade sandwich bread. And we like to toast it and eat it with things like this. It's very good. Perfect combination here. So good. Wish you were here. I'm going to go eat. Y'all go cook something.